So hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I will be showcasing uh, this chat sentiment analysis that you are seeing in PPT, or I can say Google chat sentiment analysis. It will work for both chat and email or any communication in English. So it is generally a short and effective implementation that I have done by making it, using Google chat sentiment document that is available for everyone. You can see here in screen sentiment analysis for chat data. Okay, so that document and this API, I mean library is there in Google Cloud, and having a developer account there will make you able to use it to analyze chats, emails, or conversations that is in data form. Okay, so what we will do now, we will quickly go and understand the logic behind it. Okay, so how it works? So let's see. Let me show you. Wait a second. So okay, sentiment analysis is what? It is the process of determining whether a text is negative, neutral, or positive. So yeah, negative, neutral, positive. Three things we have to understand now and keep in mind. Simple. Let me go to next slide. So what is the scoring? It indicates positive sentiment with the value greater than 0 and negative sentiment with the value less than 0. So you can see, for example, if score is in plus 0.89, it is in plus, so it's a positive. 0.89 is the score. So if the score is minus 0.5, any value that is in minus, negative, so the sentiment will be negative. And if score is 0, so the sentiment will be neutral. Okay, so this is very simple, and even I can show you here in the Google code as well. You can see here they have given everything. So you can see here in this line indicates positive sentiment with a value greater than 0 and negative sentiment with a value less than 0. So what I have done, I have used their algorithm. They have their algorithm in their API. As I told you, we can use it. So I will show you. I have just incorporated that in my code. You can see here, this is the content: enjoy your vacation. So what the algorithm is doing, it is generated some magnitude and some score over it. So the same phrase I can use in my code as well. You can see here, this is my code, and I have imported Google Cloud, this API, and I have given the credentials, and I have written the same thing: enjoy your vacation. And if you know, I have run this code now, the same score is there. You can see some sentence sentiment score 0.80, 80%. Sentence sentiment magnitude is same, also 80%. And sentence sentiment positive. So it means overall document sentiment is positive with this magnitude and score. And you can see here in the web page also they have shown magnitude 0.8, score is 0.8. So okay, so this is it. Now what we will do, we will analyze some email and chats. Already I have some sample data here, sample chats and emails, and we will see some interesting thing. So okay, wait for me. Yeah, let me show you. And now that I have made my code, and I have change it to GUI as well. So I will be using that GUI, and because we will give input through that graphical user interface, and we will see the output. So okay, let me run this code. Here you can see that window has been popped up of graphical user interface. I have given the name customer sentiment analysis. There is a box, and there is a there is a button also for analyzing the sentiment. So we will just go and let's see this chat and analyze it further. I will just copy from here I will just paste here and analyze it. Okay. So you can see input text was, I had a fantastic day at the park with my family. The weather was perfect and the kids had a blast. So what is sentiment? It's positive. Obviously because score is 0.89. It's positive score and up to 89 is the score. So yeah, because some words that are being used, they are giving positive values. Fantastic day, the weather was perfect. So and have had a blast. So like this only. Let me show you for the negative sentiment as well. There is an example. We can check either of one of them, chat or email. This time we will check for email. Yeah, so what was input? Dear customer support, I am extremely disappointed with the quality of the product I received. It's not working as advertised and I would like a refund. And obviously the score is minus 0.80 because it is full of a lot of negative words and emotions. So magnitude has been negative and score is negative. So overall score is minus 0.80 and sentiment becomes negative. Perfect. Google have their a lot of the training data that they have processed, so it is working extremely fine. So let's go with the next example. Yeah, it let's chat and email is there. We will go for any one of them. It is neutral example. Let it show. Oh, see, you know, as far as we are concerned, what is the input text? Dear colleague, I am inviting to confirm our meeting on Monday. We will be discussing the monthly sales report. But why sentiment becomes instead of neutral become negative? Because the score is minus 0.10. It should be neutral, but it tends toward negative. This is very very interesting. Sentiment analysis is a complex field, and then results or sometime can be unexpected due to the context of language. In this case, the email is intended to be neutral. However, words like word, discussing, and the monthly sales report, it might be associated with stress because these words, what are is pitching stress and work pressure. So it is also possible, then that tool was trained on data where similar words were used in negative context. If they have trained the data, the Google team or the Google developers, they had training data. In that time, these words were used in the negative context. So let me show you. If I break down, we will do some analysis on this. Don't angry on me. That you can break down. You can see. If I break down, if I took only first line and copy and paste, let us see what happens. Sorry. See, now sentiment is neutral. Score is zero point zero. Dear colleague, I am writing to confirm our meeting on Monday. So the first line is fine. It's neutral. Okay. As per Google, because I am this is Google algorithm. Again, if I copy the second line, let's see what happens. See, this line is generating negative sentiment. We will be discussing the monthly sales report. Sentiment is negative. Scoring is minus 0.20. Okay, so I told you that this is something they have analyzed and the training data. There are I don't know n number of scenarios, million scenarios in which they have received emails, chats, or verbal communication on for any product services they have. They come to know that this is something that is related to negative. So if I combine now both the phrases as I did earlier. So you can see now score is minus 0.10 from minus 0.20, now it becomes minus 0.10 in context of both lines. So this is interesting. This is the interesting part. The phrase we will be discussing, the monthly sales report, could be seen as uh, negative. And I am writing to confirm our meeting on Monday was neutral, as we watched before. So the next second line, that is tends to little bit negative. That's why the result tends towards little bit negative. Minus 0.10 is just tends to little bit of negative. It could have been zero point 0.0, but no, because of the stress and the work pressure that the line is depicting as per trading data, it tends towards little bit towards negative. Okay, so let's go to the next part. We have some four more examples. Let discuss a conversation that is when customer is unhappy. It's a long conservation conversation, but I have made the software in such a way that it is capable of analyzing it, because it is the Google algorithm, and I have given a lot of data space over there. So yeah, so you can see customer input text. Customer: hi, I recently purchased a product from your website and it's not working as expected. I am really disappointed. Customer: hello, I am sorry to hear that and having trouble with your product, this and that. Customer: the product is not functioning properly. Customer: I understand your frustration and I apologize for the inconvenience. We will do our best to resolve the issue, this and that. Customer: yes, the model number is this and that. Customer: thank you for providing the details. I have forwarded your issue to our technical team. They will look into it, and we appreciate your patience in this matter. Obviously the customer is not happy, and there are negative words, and that's why the score is overall, all score is minus 0.20. However, we can see that customer care executive has done everything whatever he could to solve the issue, but customer was frustrated. That's why the scoring is less, minus 0.20 is there. Because in the context of both sides, from customer side and the customer executive side, the system has understood the magnitude and sentiments and scoring, I mean, and then they have given the final result as sentiment negative with the score of minus 0.20. So now you can understand, it's all about the context in which the chat is going, into in which the emotions are going through email. And so yeah, this is a very beautiful thing of this algorithm. We will see some more. I can give you some more. So yeah, I will show you one chat, this one, between the customer and the agent. So yeah, see, there is a lot of exchange between the customer and the agent, but the sentiment is neutral. Why? Because system has analyzed that the chat is going fine. See, customer: hi, I would like to know the status of my order. Agent: hello, let me check that for you. Please hold moment. Customer: sure, take your time. Thank you for waiting. Customer: okay, thank you for the information. Agent: you're welcome. So everything is going fine. So why the chat is neither towards positive nor towards negative. The sentiment is neutral and score is zero point 0.0. I believe this is extremely good example of neutral, the chat. And now okay, so I think you all have understood these things. Let's give some dicey chats of work pressure now that I want to analyze with you all people. So let's check this. This is a bit dicey, and we will see why it's happening. Okay, so just wait and watch. Okay, so employee: hi, I am feeling really overwhelmed with the amount of work I have. I'm not sure how to manage it all. So, can you analyze what is going on here? It is a negative sentiment or positive as a human being. I think when employees are saying that, "Hi, I am feeling really overwhelmed with the amount of work I have. I'm not sure how to manage it all." It tends, little bit towards negative. When I am manager is saying, I understand that you had a lot of pressure. Let's set up the meeting to discuss how we can better and distribute your workload. I think the manager has coped up well in context of the employees, sentiments. Manager has replied well. So if we break this, if we break it into two parts, let's see the first line of employee, and we will see what happening here is that we're analyzing the sentiment. It is giving the positive score. So overwhelmed and not sure uh, doesn't mean it means that it doesn't mean negative. Still it gets a positive, slightly come less score, but it gets the score of 0.10, and sentiment is positive. And this one, when manager replied, we will see what is happening. See, even this is even though manager have replied well, but it got negative sentiment. So that's what happening now. I was thinking that first line is negative, second line is positive, but sentiment analysis have their own algorithm and their own judgment. The whole conversation becomes something else, and if we're breaking, it is something else. Now you can see here is a negative. I understand that you are under a lot of pressure. Let's set up a meeting to discuss how we can better distribute your workload. So again, these are the examples I already told you. I have collected under work pressure. So this is the system understanding because it is trained on the data like this only. So although this line is in negative, little bit negative because of work pressure. I told you, stress and work pressure is very carefully checked, analyzed by the algorithm. So this is negative and minus 0.10 score, and the first one will become positive. But when we are giving a full conversation of employee and manager, you know, then it become neutral because both coped up well in context to one another. Between the employee and the manager, chat has coped well, and the overall sentiment is neutral. So okay, so this is something, the system in analyzing in context of everything. So I believe this was a very good example, awesome example of work pressure. Let us check another example as well, and analyze. I will analyze it with you only. This is live scenario. As you believe, I am a live scenario guy, and I don't believe in scripts. So yeah, let us check this one. Let me check this one. Sorry. So, colleague one, the deadline for the project is approaching, and we still have a lot to do. I am starting to stress out. So, you also think, I am thinking also the deadline for the project is approaching, and we will start. I'm starting. I think a little bit negative. First, when colleague one has statement, this is a little bit negative. Colleague two, yes, it's a challenging situation, but remember, we are a team, and we will tackle this together. Positive. Anyone can say, layman can say this is positive. So, okay, but overall sentiment is negative and score is minus 0.20. Let's break down these two different phrases and check what's happened now. So, yeah, this time I am correct. Okay, I told you this is negative, so the negative score of minus 0.30. So that the deadline for the object project is approaching, and we still have a lot to do. I'm starting to stress out. It becomes negative. And what about the second one? If I copy this and paste and analyze it, so it is neutral. Yes, it's a challenging situation, but remember, we are a team and we will tackle this together. I thought it's a positive, but it's neutral. So one is negative, one is neutral. But when both in context of each other, what will happen in this chat and what will the outcome? We have already seen, it's a negative score of minus 0.020 now, because first line was individually contributing the score of minus 0.30, but now because second colleague 2 answer is response is neutral, the score tends little bit less, so it becomes minus 0.20, but overall sentiment is negative. Another good example of work pressure. Okay, so this is the last one. Okay, let's any we will science. This is about science talk. Any lecture, any chat we can take, any conversation. I mean, so okay, okay. Let's see this one. This sounds interesting. Okay, so lecturer says today we will be dividing into complexities of molecular biology. It's a vast field, and there is still so much we don't know. So what's happening? Please analyze on with you only. Also, I mean, no, I think it's neutral. I believe. I think gut feeling. Student, it sounds challenging, but I am looking forward to learning more. Okay, but so, okay. Yeah, but I sorry, I have not seen the score until now. Yeah, but okay, but it's a positive thing. Yeah, so I just told you that I have analyzed first line separately. So I was saying that it will go for neutral, and second line is extremely positive. Okay, the overall sentiment as we can see is positive with a score of 0.40. Let's break down to two phrases now. This one, what it says about this one? No. Sorry, I was wrong. It has a score of score 0.20 and positive. We will be diving into complexities of molecular biology. It is a vast field, and there is still so much we don't know. I thought it was neutral, but no. As per Google training data, it is positive and scoring 0.20. And what about this one? So if I take this from here, so okay, let's check for this one also and analyze this sentiment. Yeah, it's you can see the score 0.89, 89%. It sounds challenging, but I'm looking forward to learning more. So you can see in the every scenario the Google and sentiment analysis have been trained in such a way. You can see this input text got very high accuracy. I mean, positive score. So that's why sentiment is positive, and in context of both the both the phrases, communication between lecturer and student, it becomes positive, and the score generated was 0.40. Yeah, so this is how this algorithm is working uh, as per training data of Google. And this is very interesting thing. We can use it in our code as well, and we can use in our code, and we can do this chat sentiment analysis. I mean, customer sentiment analysis for email and chat, and we can get the results, some interesting results we can analyze. I think if somebody wants to do it for their product based things, it will be good analysis a bit. If you have a agent setup and you have customer queries, then you can implement this Google sentiment document and algorithm, I mean, and you can have the audits and results to watch whether the chat or email has a human touch or not, what is the sentiments that we are gathering, how can we improve. So that's the thing. So this is very short and effective video I made for both the audience, technical and non-technical. Um, I believe I was able to convey what I want. So